And that's the kind of headache I want a coach to have. Or if you're going to play Prince Agre, he doesn't really play much as a striker, likes to play behind the main man. All of those things will alter how you want to set your side to play, how you want to put them out to play. So it's going to be interesting. One thing I think I know about Olise from his days as a player and listening to him, I think he's an offensive-minded coach.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what he is. So he's not going to take a sit-back approach. He's likely not going to try to put three guys in the middle and wear out the opponent. I don't see him as that kind of coach. So you might have a situation where you're going to play, pacey wingers. It might even be bold enough, even though nowadays coaches don't try to put two men up front. It might be bold enough to just two identical strikers. Right. It's conventional these days. You put a big man forward, you put a skillful guy behind them. And you look at Watford. Watford is the only team that I see doing that these days. Two guys, the conventional twin striker, similar, same style, bully type of. It might also go for that. A lot of options open to the coach. I don't even want to imagine what he'll be able to do. But it's going to be interesting, like Wale pointed out, for us to know the length of injuries for these key guys. It's going to be. I don't know how serious Tunde's. From some of the pictures we saw, those guys, they had their legs strapped, and the coach was just complaining about how those guys cheat on Chikatara as well, So it will be interesting maybe by tomorrow for us to know the length of those injuries, to know the guys that will not be available. Because when you know the guys that will not be available, then you know what the shape and composition of what our team will look like when we file out for the first game. So it will be interesting. That will also make you not want to talk about what he's going to do, because if some players are not available, it will affect. But it will be interesting to see.
Of course it will, and it will be very interesting to actually see that. Let's go back to Pretoria in South Africa. Toyin Ibito is back with us. Toyin, we were struggling to hear what you were saying, but if you can just talk to us again. After watching the game, Nigeria won, Angola won. What were the major talking points for you?
Yeah, thank you, Austin, for having me back on the line. For me, the talking point, of course, is how our team has adapted to the situation, playing without three of the key players, and then now where they were able to interpret all that the coaches have been telling them right from Abuja up to the training that we've had here in Pretoria. Another positive, of course, for me is the commitment level of the team, the hunger, determination of the boys, and the fact that there's a quality in this team that we believe will get better and better as we prepare towards CHAN. The Angolan team that we play today had the bulk of their home base player of their team playing at home, the national team, and for us to be able to get our boys together without those three key players and still hold them the way we did today, very, very commendable, and the coaches are happy. And we believe that the team can only get better and better.
That's what we want. So it was the update on Paul Onobi.
Onobi is okay. There's no injury worry around Onobi. The change by the coach early in that game was a very tactical one. The coaches want to see the options that they have in the defensive midfield position. It's a friendly game. We do not read too much into the results. What we want is to see how well these boys can adapt on the pitch, what options can be available to us in real match situation when the tournament begins in Rwanda.
Okay, Toyin, we in the studio, we're trying to, give some strategic look on this Coach Sunday Olise's team. Where do you think we have the strength that he can use to execute games? Midfield, attack?
Yeah, the good news is there's a lot of options right there in the team. From the defense, there are a lot of combinations that the coaches can apply during the tournament proper. From the right back position, you can have Etim Matthew, you can have Kalu Oji, you can have Samson Gbadebo, you can even have Jamiu Alimi. In central defense, a whole lot of combinations: Stibineze, Otino Boroafo, Oji Kalu, Jamiu Alimi, Samson Gbadebo. Left back, Chris Madaki, and of course Chima Akas, and the fact that Oji Kalu can also adapt to the left side of the defense, is giving the coaches a lot of options to work with. In the midfield, that for me is where this team is so richly blessed. Paulo Nobi, Ifeanyi Matthew, I can tell you confidently, can play in any team in the world. His vision is second to none. His movement, his passing is very, very commendable. Usman Mohammed works like a horse, can play 3 hours non-stop. The energy level is so good. Basude Yaro, this is the thing that the coaches want to see with these friendly games, and the coaches are very happy, I can tell you, that these options are really, really coming out. Kechiku Benegu, adapted, playing in the forward line and dropping into the midfield. It's very gladdening when you see all of these things. You don't pay too much attention to the result. You just want to find out how the team played. If not for maybe the lapse in concentration, we were almost running away with a victory over Angola today. And we'll continue to build on this going forward.
Toyin, the Super Eagles have scored a late goal in the 84th minute and then still conceded. Does that worry you? Is that a problem of character in the team?
Football coaches will tell you that the time that you are more likely to concede a goal is when you have just scored. And that was what we saw today. We scored in the 84th. And the next attack by Angola, they were getting the equalizer. And I think one of the lessons that we will learn from the friendly games to keep our concentration levels very high all through the game. The boys were pitching themselves that they considered that late goal. But the coach told them that, look, it's a lesson. It's better for us to be conceding goals in friendly games and have clean sheets during the main tournament. And the boys are picking up those lessons. And I'm optimistic by the time we play Cote d'Ivoire on the 11th of January, we'll just be perfecting our team and be in excellent shape for the competition.
So you've given us good news on Paul Onobi. What's going on with Chisom Chikatara and Tunde Adeniji?
These two guys picked up slight knocks in the game against University of Pretoria. That's yesterday. And the coaches decided amongst themselves that there's no need for us to risk these guys today and then have them out of action for a long time if they aggravate the injuries that they picked up. They're working fine. They are okay. I'm sure by the time we'll be playing again on the 11th of January, we could be having these guys back. And they'll give us a lot of options in attack. Thankfully, you guys saw that game against Amatox. You saw Adeniji, you saw Chisom Chikatara, how they were a handful for the defense. If they were involved in today's game, I'm sure Angola will have felt something different. But it's all good. The boys are okay. They are sharp, including Tim Mark as the captain of the team. It's just precautionary that the coaches didn't play them in today's game, but they are all ready to fire on.
Thanks so much, Toyin, for the updates. We'll talk to you again some other time. Thank you. So that's it, guys. Almost the same thing we're saying, but it's good to know that no injuries here at the moment.
Yeah, that satisfies me. And now you know that when we go to Rwanda, we have all our players. Hopefully, the last friendly match we play, there won't be any casualty. So you have all the players there and the coach. Like I said, it's a good edict to have. This is what makes you happy, not even as a journalist, as an average football fan. You look at a team that you believe has depth. You look at a team that you could, for every position, you could say, oh, this guy could play here, this guy could play here, this guy, you mentioned about 3 or 4 players that you could rate as utility players, because if you can say that they can play, 3, 4, 5 positions across board, that's what every team needs. And I hope, like what I said, we didn't qualify for the first 2. Last time, bronze. Of course, you want to do one better. And I'm hoping that we'll do better than the bronze.
And of course, Olawale Toyin spoke about the options we have in this team. And it's heartwarming, but it's about how the coach can now ensure that they can play together when one key person is not available.
Yeah,
like we've also agreed that Sonny Lisa is an offensive coach. And you look at it, building from the back, it's offensive. Austin Obarako is a defender, likes to bomb forward.
That's right.
Jamie Alimi likes keeping it tight at the back. You look at our wing backs or our left back, right backs, they are guys who bomb forward a lot. Chima and Kalu Oji. If there's no Kalu Oji,